Hello everyone, this is Shine's Good Fortune back today again with a new episode. Today we're going to do a reading on the Menendez brothers. And it's Eric and Lyle. I think I'm saying that incorrectly, but it's spelled Lyle. That's the oldest brother. And then Eric, the youngest brother. They killed their parents a long time ago. Their father's name Jose, mother named Kitty. So Spirit has given me the okay to do this reading because Spirit wants to bring awareness to child abuse, child mistreatment, okay? And also, this is a public situation. Many people know about the murders, and it came up recently. They're talking about trying to get them released or something. I don't know too much about that. I didn't really go. This reading is going to be more about what happened, not so much of what happened that night, but we're going to tap into that a little bit. But it's going to be more about just their viewpoints on things, their mom, their father, and things of that nature. And yeah, so I was given permission to do a reading on this because it's some information you guys already know and some information maybe you didn't know. So it's more safer for me to do this reading. And also Spirit wants me to bring up the subject of child abuse awareness, okay? Also, I want to bring up the fact that I do personal readings. If you want to book a reading, the information will be in the description box. I may turn off the comments for this video. I may or may not. I'm not quite sure. But if I don't turn off the comments, it'll be pinned. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, that link will be in the description box. And like I said, if the comments are on, it will be pinned. Once again, us readers, we take time out of our day to do these readings, and no one's making us do it, okay? But people do kind of demand a lot of us. They get upset when you don't do certain readings, and yeah, it's crazy. So if you would like me to do a more personalized reading on YouTube, you're welcome to donate. Like I said, we take time out of our day, and no one's making us do this. But if you enjoy the readings, feel free to support the channel, okay? And that is by booking a personal reading, or you can donate to the channel. All right. So let's get into it. So I asked some questions, and so this card is representing children. As you can see, the card is, doesn't look the best, but that's why I have that there. Now, I'm a tarot reader, but I'm also a psychic. So I did not pull cards for this reading because I didn't have to. They downloaded tons of information. I had telepathy, so I didn't have to pull cards. This is just something. I'm not on camera right now, so this is just a visual for you guys. But they download all the information to me, so I just wrote down everything. You can see my notes, and we're gonna go from there. All right. So the Menendez brothers. I want to start off. I'm start off this reading talking about their father, Jose, because it's being alleged that he sexually abused them and all this. So I asked Spirit, did Jose sexually abuse the boys, both of them? And it says, yes, he did. Jose did sexually abuse his sons. What also I've been told, which I have listened to other readers' videos about this, not to make a comparison or take notes. It's just I do my own readings, obviously, but I'm getting that, and I heard someone kind of mention this, but they did not go. I picked up on this as well, but it's going a little bit deeper. So I was told that he did sexually abuse his sons, but also that he allowed his associates to abuse them as well. All right, I'm gonna repeat this again. I was told that he allowed his associates to abuse them as well. And what I mean associates, they did not say allow his friends or his family members. They specifically said he allowed. So Jose allowed his associates, which I'm assuming that just means his co-workers or something, because he had a lot of money. I'm being told he allowed his associates to abuse his sons. Okay. And then I asked Spirit, why would he allow his associates to do this? And this is what they told him. They said that Jose allowed his associates to abuse his kids because that was the agreement. He would make agreements with his associates to abuse his kids. So the way I interpret this was, maybe he wanted them to do something for him, And he said, okay, if you do this for me, you can molest my sons. I know this sounds so crazy, but literally they're telling me that that he would make agreements with his associates to abuse his kids. Okay, now like this was an agreement they would make with each other. Like, yeah, you can't, do this to my sons. It's A-okay. Right? Sick, right? So he would Jose made Jose made agreements with his associates to abuse his kids. Okay, I don't know if they told anybody about this or not. I asked Spirit, why did he sexually assault his children? And Spirit says because he's sick in the head. Jose was sick in the head because he had been abused himself, sexually abused, and he continued the cycle. So what he did was he got sexually abused. I didn't ask Spirit who abused him. I should have, but I didn't. Jose had got abused, sexually abused by somebody, or maybe it could have been more than one person. They didn't tell me who it was because I didn't ask. But he had got abused when he was a kid, and so he continued the cycle by abusing his own kids. Okay, and so they said that he was sick in the head, and I asked Spirit, go deeper into that. What do you mean he's sick in the head? And they said basically he would get aroused by children of a certain age. So Jose would get sexually aroused, by children of a certain age. They did not tell me what age range, but a certain age he would get sexually aroused by children of a certain age. And I know it's shocking for someone like you and I who are not child abusers, where you because I used to always think, why are they really attracted to these children? And literally he would get sexually aroused by children of a certain age. All right. He was so basically they're saying he's sick in the head and that he was mentally wired differently. And I asked, what do you mean, Spirit, he was mentally wired differently? They said because of his own child abuse, it traumatized him and it rewired his brain. And the trauma caused PTSD. And so he started to feel like his desires was okay. So basically he got abused as a child. Not making none of this okay. I'm just saying he got abused as a child. It traumatized him. It caused PTSD. And the PTSD, I don't know if it rewires your brain some kind of way. And he started to feel like his desires was okay when they're not okay. And he actually started to get aroused by children of a certain age. I was told too that he was very domineering, and it was because he liked to be in control. All right, let's continue. Let me jump back. I asked Spirit, why would his associates want to molest basically his kids? And they said because birds of a feather flock together. So he's a perv into children, so he attracted those type of people around him. So I asked Spirit, how did he feel after he, was killed? How did he feel about his death? Soon after he crossed over. And Spirit said he felt like his death wasn't fair. Like it wasn't fair that he got murdered. He didn't think he did anything wrong. And I asked Spirit, well, how does Jose feel now? That he's been over there for some time. How does he feel about what he's done? And Spirit said that Jose feels that he deserved it. And that because he violated his son. So now he is aware of what he did. I mean, he was aware of it the whole time, but I guess now he actually feels some type of remorse about it. Because he feels like he did deserve it because he did violate his sons. I asked Spirit, is there anything he would like to say to his sons? And they said he wants to say that he is sorry and he regrets what he did. And I said, well, that's weird because at first he thought he didn't deserve it. Now he feels like he did. And Spirit said because when he was killed, he first crossed over, he was in shock at first, but being on the other side for some time, he's seeing the error of his ways. So now he actually regrets it and feels he deserved it because he violated his sons. They're telling me that he has to this day, he still has a very low vibration, extremely low, and that he's on a lower astral realm. Now, no, that's what I'm getting, that he's on a lower astral because his vibration is very low, and that's where he's at. His spirit is allegedly on a lower astral realm because his vibration, they're saying, is extremely low. They said that he knew what he was doing was wrong. That's why he hid it, but he felt entitled to do it. So they're just saying like he knew what he was doing to his kids was wrong. That's why he hid it. He knew it was wrong, but he felt entitled to do it still. He felt like he should be able to do it. Abuse them. I asked, did he abuse other young boys? I didn't ask about the girls. I should have, but Spirit said, of course, he abused other young boys, many of them. And I asked, why did he do it? They said, because he could. I think he had a lot of power. He had a lot of money and he had power. And some people abuse that, or he just felt he could do it. He did it just because he wanted to. So I asked Spirit, how did he feel about his wife, Kitty? How did Jose feel about his wife, Kitty? Spirit's telling me that he felt his wife was useless. He felt she didn't bring anything to the table. He married her because she was pretty. He cheated on her. He cheated on her before. I don't know how many times, but he cheated on her. They say he did this because he was unfulfilled in the marriage and that she wasn't his true soulmate. Now let's move on to Kitty, the Menendez brothers' mother. I asked did she know about Jose violating her sons? And they said that yes, she knew. She found out, but she did nothing about it. She didn't do anything about it because she didn't want to be embarrassed. She didn't want to be an embarrassment to her friends and to society. So because she didn't want to be an embarrassment, and she didn't want to be embarrassed, right? And she didn't want to be embarrassed in front of her friends and have society, look down on her and her family. So that's why she didn't do anything. She felt her husband, Jose, was a monster. And she felt he was a monster because he was abusive. Kitty, I asked her, how did she feel about her kids? Her boys. Spirit is saying that she regretted having her kids. She feels she didn't do nothing with her life. And she felt she sacrificed success to be a mother and it wasn't worth it. So once again, maybe she was resentful towards her kids. She regretted having her kids. She feels that she didn't do anything worthwhile with her life. She felt that she sacrificed success to be a mother. So she felt like she chose motherhood over success and that it just wasn't worth it, which I just think that is just horrible to feel that way. I don't get it. I asked Spirit, how does her sons feel about her? Her sons feel that their mother failed them because she didn't protect them from their father. She did not protect them at all from their father. So they feel she failed them. When she crossed over, I asked Spirit, how did she feel when she died? She felt that she didn't deserve to die. I said, how does she feel now? She still feels that she didn't deserve to die. She still feels that she didn't deserve it. I asked them, how does she feel about the situation now? She feels that she failed her sons because she did not step in and stop the abuse. They're saying currently she's in a higher realm right now because she repented for the things she did wrong while she was on earth. Right? Let's keep going. I asked Spirit, let me jump real quickly. I asked Spirit, I'll go to that later. So let's keep going. I asked Spirit, what is Kitty's karma, for not stepping in and protecting her sons? And they said, her karma is that she may come back and be the abused. And this is to right her wrongs. So once again, she may incarnate again on this planet and be, I hate to say that, she may be abused as a child. Or, yeah, she's going to be if she incarnates to wipe out this karma, however this goes, they're saying she's going to come back and she's going to be the abused, not the abuser, the abused. And she's going to do this to right her wrongs. And I asked them, was she abusing? I asked them, did she abuse the boys? And they're telling me that she abused them verbally, that she was a very miserable person. So verbally, they're saying that she abused the boys and that she was a miserable person. I asked, what is Jose's karma? They said he is not allowed to come back. So allegedly he's not coming back on this planet or whatever. They said because he has finished a cycle. I don't know what that means. They're saying he won't be coming back and that he has finished a cycle. The cycle's over for him. I really don't know what that means. All right, but he's not allowed to come back. They're saying he's not allowed to come back because he's finished a cycle. So the cycle's complete. And with her karma is that she's coming back and she's going to be the victim. She's going to be abused by somebody because she wants to right her wrongs for, I'm assuming, for not stepping in and protecting her sons from their father, knowing about the abuse. Let's get to the boys. And they're grown men now, but I say the Menendez brothers. The brothers. Let's just say the brothers. They're not boys anymore. I asked, what did the oldest Lyle, L-Y-L-E, if I pronounced that wrong, I apologize, but it's L-Y-L-E, the oldest. How does he feel about his father? And excuse my language because I'm going to use some profanity. He feels his father is a piece of shit to this day. Eric, the youngest, is still afraid of his father. It's something about it. I know his father is not here no more, but he's afraid of him. I asked Spirit how they feel about the murder. They regret murdering their parents because of how their life has turned out. So the brothers regret taking their parents off of this earth because of how their own lives have turned out. Their life has not turned out good. So they regret doing it. I asked them what about their life they don't like. They don't like being institutionalized. They don't like obviously being in jail, being institutionalized, and they have been brutalized in jail, and they feel it wasn't worth it. I asked Spirit, why were people brutalizing them in jail? And they said because people felt that they were spoiled brats and that they were entitled. I asked Spirit, why did they off their parents? They off them, killed them because they got tired of the abuse that their father, because their mother was verbally abusive, but their father was, sexually abusive and domineering. So they said they off them because they got tired of the abuse and the money was an added bonus. Because I asked about the money, they do it for the money. They said no, they didn't do it for the money. They did it because they wanted, they were tired of the abuse, and the money was just an added bonus. So even if their parents didn't have money, they probably still would have did it. I asked Spirit, what would have stopped them from offing their parents? Because it could have been a better way. They said if they had had a better plan, it would have stopped them from killing their parents. So they did not have a good plan in place. I said, and they said that the reason why they end up doing this to their parents on that particular day, or why they went through with it, was because they had an argument with either one or both of their parents, and it pushed them over the edge. So the argument happened and it pushed them over the edge. I also asked Spirit why they didn't just, they were older, not old, but older at this time. They could escape their parents. So I'm assuming, even though their parents were millionaires, their father was. So I'm like, why they just didn't leave or whatever? And they said they didn't have the mental capacity to make another plan. Like they didn't have the mental capacity to come up with a plan. And they said the abuse traumatized them and caused like a mental delay. Also, they told me that they were, I don't know if they still are, but they were socially awkward because they were so privileged. They were socially awkward, very privileged, and the abuse traumatized them and caused some type of mental delay where they couldn't even come up with a legitimate plan to get out the situation. In addition, I asked Spirit, did they tell anybody? And they said they told multiple. Spirit told me the brothers told multiple people about the abuse. And some people actually said something to Jose about it, but he just disregarded. So once again, the brothers had told, I don't know if one or both of them, told multiple people about the abuse. And some of these people actually went to Jose and said something, and Jose just disregarded. Some of the people, I'm being told, some people actually told Kitty that they were suspicious of some things with, their sons and maybe Jose, or maybe that they were being abused, and she told them nothing was going on. All right. And they didn't, and like this, and Spirit just saying the boys were too mentally traumatized to really just leave or go live in a shelter or something like that. Like they was just too mentally, I'm hearing, traumatized by the abuse. I asked Spirit, what is Eric's karma for murder, taking out his parents? And his karma is that he's never, while he's in his lifetime, and I don't know if this is going to continue, but right now he's not fulfilled. So he's never going to feel fulfilled. He's never going to feel fulfilled in his lifetime. And I don't know about afterlife. I really don't know. The oldest lion, Lyle, his karma is the hell he's living in right now. I seen a picture of him. They showed a recent picture of him, and he's smiling super big. His eyes look weird to me. I asked Spirit, why does he look like that? And they said because he's the oldest lion, Lyle, if I'm saying that right. They're saying that he's possessed, that he let a lower entity enter his body. And I said, why would he do that? And they said because he gave up on life. He gave up on life, so he really don't give a damn. So he, some kind of way, I don't know how, he allowed a lower entity to enter his body. So he's possessed. If you look at the picture of him, a recent, he has a bald head. He's smiling real big. He looks deranged. He looks crazy to me. Eric don't look crazy to me. The oldest, he don't look like, when you look at pictures of him when he was younger, even after he murdered his parents and he was in court, and look at him now in that mug shot, that picture of him from jail, he looks like two different people. His eyes, his face, he looks deranged, crazy. Spirit just told me that he's mentally ill. They said both of them are mentally ill actually, but he looks, I don't know, they said he's actually possessed though, and that he let a lower entity enter his body because he gave up on life. So he just don't give a damn. I asked Spirit, what do they want me to tell you guys about child abuse? And they said that they want you guys to know that child abuse is everywhere and we need to be made aware of it and stop it. I asked Spirit, why do people abuse children? And Spirit said that people abuse children because they're monsters or they have been abused themselves and they need to be held accountable. All right. So this goes out to anyone that has been touched, molested, harmed as a child, sexually, mentally, physically, however. I'm sorry that happened to you. My heart goes out to you. I love you. I care about you. The spirits love you and care about you. And if you have healed from this, congratulations. And if you haven't, you're on your way. All right. Till next time.